Hey everyone, it's SpeedyGoneCuber here and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to be learning 10 amazing csTimer tricks that will make you faster. If you are new here, this channel is all about cubing with new videos being released every Sunday. If that is the type of content you would like to see, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Anyways, now for the actual video. The first trick is turning on inspection time. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, firstly, if you're trying to practice for a speed cubing competition, you want to try and practice with WCA inspection time so you're able to maximize the amount of time you are spending on inspection time and make sure you're using just the amount of inspection time needed. To do this, go onto settings and then select timer and then put WCA inspection at always and then change it to the male or female voice. This will time your inspection for every solve and give you a warning at 8 seconds and 12 seconds like how you would at a cubing competition. Trick 2, multi-phase timing. To do this, go onto settings and select timer and select multi-phase to 4. This way, you will be given stats to show how long it has taken you to do each step. You would press space after each one of the 4 steps. These will give you the splits on how long it takes you to do each step, which is very useful, especially if you want to know which steps need the most work. Trick number 3, switch to easy course. Now, why would you want to do this? A big reason why I would do this is if you are trying to practice planning first F2L pair during inspection, starting with a difficult course can be a bit of a challenge and can be quite overwhelming to a lot of tubers. However, if you start off by taking it easy and starting off with an easy course, you will start to find stuff a lot easier, which can help you to stay motivated. Now, how do you actually do this, you may ask? Select through the top bar and make sure it is on 3x3 where it says random state and change it to easy cross. That way you will get an easy course for every scramble, which is especially useful when you want to practice. Trick number 4, practicing last layer. Do as you did before, but select last slot plus last layer. This will give you a scramble where you just need to solve the last F2L pair and the last layer. This is very useful, especially when you're trying to practice drilling and recognizing your last layer cases. Trick 5. Try this method for every event. Did you know that you can actually try scrolling through the menu for any event? I recommend trying to do this for every event. For example, I might want to go onto 2x2 and practice drilling some of my CLL algorithms. Trick 6. Changing the background of csTimer. You may think that doing this will just make csTimer look a lot nicer and not actually help you to get faster. However, if you make the background show what your weakness is, then it can actually help your solves. For example, if your weakness is look ahead, then you can put I must look ahead and make that as a background, and then every time you do a solve, you will be reminded to improve on your look ahead, which is especially useful if you're trying to work on certain weaknesses with deliberate practice. Now, as my weakness is not planning first F2L pair in inspection, what I need to try and do is try and plan first F2L pair in inspection a lot more often. So what I would do is I would open up a software. It could be Photoshop, Illustrator, Paint, or whatever you may wish to use, and what you would do is you would type in your weakness. You can make it look however you may wish. It doesn't have to look perfect, it just has to show whatever your weakness is, and then what you want to do is you want to save the file as a JPEG image. Here is how to move your image into csTimer. To do this, drag and drop your file onto the web and then right click on the image and select search Google for image. This should open up a new tab where you can find your image. Then right click on that image and select open image in new tab. This will open up another tab which you now want to copy the link found above. Here is how to open up the image in csTimer. Once you have the top link of this website copied, go onto csTimer and go onto settings. Then go onto display go down to where it says background image, and you want to change that to manual. Then paste the URL into here. There you have it. You have a background in csTimer, and now every time I'm going to do a solve, I get reminded that I need to try and plan cross plus 1 in inspection. Trick 7. Using 2-gen scrambles. This is useful to try new interesting techniques which you usually may have never thought of in most of your solves. To do this, select the top bar and scroll down to the bottom where it says 3x3 subset. Then make sure it is on the 2 generator, which will give you R and U move scramble. You can solve this scramble with just R and U moves, and here I can actually use an interesting way of block building which I would have not probably thought of if I tried doing a normal scramble. And you can pick up a lot of new things by trying these 2 generator scrambles, so try for yourself. Trick 8. Looking at time trend. To do this, go onto tools and change the bottom pop-up to time trend. This will give you statistics on how you have progressed over time, which can be useful especially when you want to stay motivated and see how much you have improved over time. Trick 9. Use the csTimer metronome. Did you know that csTimer actually has its own metronome? To do this, again, make sure you are on tools and select the bottom thing to metronome. Here you'll be able to change the volume and the speed of the metronome. This is useful especially when you want to try and practice look ahead, and it's much easier doing this in csTimer rather than using an actual metronome. Trick 10. Click on the time you want to look into. Have you ever done a solve and you actually want to realize what the scramble is? Make sure you have list time set up, and what you need to do is click on any time you want to look into. This will give you the date and scramble of the time, which can be very useful, especially if it was a really bad solve. You may want to look at the scramble to find out what you could have done better with that solve, which can be very useful to getting faster. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please tell me in the comments. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications, as we post cubing related content to this channel every Sunday, which you definitely do not want to miss out on. We are getting super close to 300 subscribers now, so thank you so much to all the support so far. We really appreciate it, and soon there will hopefully be a new 300 subscriber special coming up. Thank you all for watching, and happy cubing!